this isn't just WNBA Countdown. Oh no, this is the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft. We are moments away from finding out which All-Stars will suit up for Team Clark and who will seat up for Team Collier next weekend in Indianapolis. As a reminder, here are the starters that our team captains can select from. A pool that includes seasoned veterans, champions, MVPs. We even have a first-time starter, all-star in the mix. Without further ado, though, we need no introduction for our captains, but around these parts, we like to roll out the red carpet anyway. First up, it's the leading vote getter and the host for this year's All-Star Game, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark. This is Clark's first time being selected as a team captain, and she joins Asia Wilson as the only players to be named captains their first 2 seasons in the league under this new format. Caitlin is on pace for her second season, averaging 18 points, 8 assists. No other player has done that even once. And then out west, it's the Minnesota Lynx Napheesa Collier making her debut in captainship. But don't get it twisted, she knows this game well. Fee has been named an All-Star 5 out of the last 6 games. She's the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year and the favorite to win MVP according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. But how about we check in on her GM skills? We're about to find out what those look like. It's just about that time. The captains are here. Fee, Caitlin, how are we feeling heading into your first draft as captains here? And this is going to be a whole lot of fun here. I'm curious, Fee, can you just take me inside? I think Captain GM Fee has a nice ring to it. What's your strategy here as you're looking towards this draft?
It does have a nice ring. Hootie Hoo Owl girls on here. I got to try to get some of my Husky girls on here. So I've got an agenda coming into today.
All right, we got a little bit of an agenda. What about you, Caitlin? What's your strategy?
Whatever comes to mind. We're just having fun. My team's going to be fun. That's all that matters. You get to be in front of the home crowd in Indianapolis, so that's right.
Being in front of the home crowd is an important thing and could play maybe to your advantage here. Before we dive even further into, it's going to be 2 rounds of this official 2025 All-Star Draft. In the first round, each of our captains will select 4 players from the starters pool. Then we're going to move on to the second. Let the gamesmanship begin, because trades are permitted after the second round. But remember, these are comparable trades. For example, a starter for starter, a reserve for reserve. And you can't combine here, friends. It's straight up 1 for 1 here. I think we've done enough talking. It sounds like it is time that we get this draft underway. I've always wanted to say this. With the first Clark selects.
I know this will be super surprising to everybody watching, but I'm going with my teammate, Aaliyah Boston, baby.
We're putting Aaliyah Boston. Remember, Aaliyah has been on opposite teams with Napheesa Collier in each of her first 3 All-Star appearances, and that tradition keeping it up this year as she's joining her teammate Caitlin Clark. She's been an All-Star selection in each of her first 3 seasons in the league. She's the 9th player in the league history to be an All-Star in each of their first 3 seasons. So you're getting some real talent that you know very well here, Caitlin, on your team. That means, Fee, you are up with the second pick in this draft.
Okay, with my first pick, I feel like I have to go with my unrivaled co-founder, Stewie.
Oh, we're going with Stewie. A lot of experience here. Both times faced off with Asia Wilson as the other captain, of course. Full display in Indianapolis. We got 2 players off of the board. Who are we going with next, Caitlin?
I'll take Sabrina.
Okay.
Another guard.
A sharpshooter.
Can't go wrong there. Big fan of Sab, so we'll add her to the roster.
Put her up there, adding some more shooting to the mix here. Of course, Sabrina became the Liberty's all-time leader in made 3-point shots this season. Will she be bringing that here to Indianapolis for the 2025 All-Star Game? I expect her to be pulling up for at least 1 deep when she played with you, Fee. You're up. Who we got, Fee? Who we added to Team Collier?
Okay, I feel like I have to go with my Owl teammate, Alicia Gray.
Okay, we're stacking up.
And at home, but I'll do it for you guys too.
There we go. I knew we needed another one. Alicia Gray contest and the skills challenge in the same year. So some real talent here being added to Team Collier. Caitlin, we're going back to you here with the 4th pick in this draft.
All right, 4th pick. I'm going to take Asia.
Asia Wilson. I was wondering when we would see Asia of the Aces
my team up.
Going off of the board here. Asia Wilson headed to Team Clark here, 3-time All-Star captain. She did select you, Fee, on her team in 2019 and has played with you 3 out of the 4 All-Star games. So it's going to be a little different again going head-to-head here with A'ja Wilson, the 3rd straight season of her averaging 20 or more points and her 5th season overall, of course, a certified baller. Back to Team Collier we go.
Okay, this is a tough one. With the hope that my baby husky will still be here when I come back, I'm gonna go with Madam President Nneka.
Ooh, Nneka Agumake.
That's not how that works. You don't get to say who you want with your next pick.
It's like putting out a little
Can I make
flyer.
2 picks in a row?
Come on now.
Well, there are trades allowed in the second round. A 10th All-Star selection, though, for Nneka. One of 5 players with 10 or more All-Star selections in league history. If you're really quiet right now, you can hear Chanae screaming across where I'm sitting in Los Angeles for her sister here. She's played in the All-Star game with both of the captains, both you, Caitlin, and you, Fee. So she's got a little bit of experience in gamesmanship on both sides. Caitlin, are you going to make a move here? Are you going to listen to Fee, or are you taking?
So
tough.
this is the point. Taking Paige puts me at a real size disadvantage with me, Paige, and Sabrina. I let her pick 2 in a row.
All right, so you're hoping that maybe this is some goodwill a little bit here for the future, but until then,
That's right.
Satou Sabally is headed to Team Clark here. It's her first All-Star game selection since 2023. Played with Fee in the All-Star game in 2023, averaging a career high in scoring, just over 19 a game this season in her first season here.
Yes, I thankfully have my baby husky Paige. I'm super excited to get to play with her. So thank you, Caitlin. That was in very good faith.
Curious how this is going to come back around in the second round, but Paige Beckers, it's the 4th straight year a rookie has been selected to an All-Star team since 2022. Prior to that stretch, the last rookie to be an All-Star was Fee, 2019. She became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 200 points, 50 rebounds, and 50 assists. She did it in 11 games. Obviously, Caitlin, you have a lot of familiarity playing against her in college, and now against her once again here in the All-Star game. So look at that. How are we feeling after you're seeing your starter?
Good. I love the team that we got to start our first 5, so I'm feeling pretty confident going out to pick our reserves, but I think we're off to a good start. Fee should be a little nervous.
Oh, Fee, are you nervous? Are you starting to feel it?
No, I feel great. We're dynamic. We got people at all levels. We got a point guard, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like we're set right now.
And with game reserves, this pool has depth. It has talent. It has champions. It has all-star game heavy hitters. We also have some teammates of our captains that are on the board here. But who will be selected first in this second round? Well, let's find out, shall we? Remember, we get there. How are you feeling about your team as we look toward your roster of starters here, Caitlin?
I feel good. I think my team's very well-rounded. Like I said, I think the reserves are very guard-heavy, so maybe we'll get crazy with the guards here in the second round. I don't know. Go out there, a little run and gun, play fast, shoot a bunch of threes, shoot from anywhere. You know, I think that's might be the way we go. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on who Fee takes, but
let's go crazy. I like this. This is a team. What skill sets do you think you need to keep completing this roster?
I think we need, Caitlin's right, there's a lot of guards, so I think we could have some fun with our guard play, get some more point guards, some fun 2 players on here, and then we got some monster post players, so they'll be fun.
All right, let's have some guard fun. This guard pool is deep. Thanks for giving us a clock. Who are we going with the 6th overall pick?
I feel like no surprise, I gotta pick my point guard, Courtney Williams, one of the original stud buds, one of the 2 stud buds.
Original stud bud member.
72-hour live stream. I wanted her on my team. I wanted to be part of the live stream. I'm sad.
Well,
maybe Courtney will still let me be on the live stream.
Maybe we can still arrange that part.
I'm sure she will.
Her first All-Star selection since 2021 when she was with the Dream. She averaged 10+ points and 5+ assists in each of the last 3 seasons. She's never done that, 5+ assists in any of her first 7. So really having an awesome year here. Of course, Fee, your teammate in the regular season, played against you, though, when you're looking at the 2021 All-Star game. So maybe you're like, all right, yeah, enough of that. We want to have her on the same team. All right, Caitlin, going back to you here at number 6.
All right, I'm going the same route as Fee. I'm taking Kelsey Mitchell.
Good call.
Happy to have her on the squad.
Kelsey Mitchell off the board. So we're going with a pair of teammates here to start the second round of our 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft. It's the third straight All-Star select seasons. And since the start of last season, Caitlin, you've assisted Kelsey on 39 three-pointers, the third most by any scorer assist duo in that span. So could we see that connection maybe on full display, especially with a little maybe home cooking here in Indiana?
That's the plan. Obviously, we're used to the rims here, so Kels makes my life pretty easy. She makes shots, and probably one of the most explosive, fastest players I've ever played with. So, lucky to be her teammate, and happy she's on our team.
And that will hopefully see translate over to the All-Star game. All right, Fee, going back to you here, my friend.
Stick with my Owl fam and get the most competitive person I know, Skylar Diggins.
The most competitive person you know. I like that moniker. It looks like we're going on a clean sweep, right? We got Courtney Williams, Skylar Diggins, and Alicia Gray. We made a clean sweep of the lunar owls here. Let me see if I can do it. Hoo-hoo. I'll work on that. I think I might need a little bit of vocal warm-up. She's been an all-star with 3 different teams. So she joins Tina Thompson, Candace Dupree, Tina Charles in that endeavor, and then played with Fee in 2021 in the All-Star game and in the Olympics that year. So some experience here. Caitlin, going back to you, my friend.
All right, this is tough. This is when it gets hard.
Yep. Why is this where the strategy has to kick in?
It's a little more straightforward when it's starters because you can kind of go based off of guard and post.
Sure.
I mean, I guess you could here too, but I don't know if he's going to be happy, but I'm taking Gabby Williams. Sorry, I gave you Paige. I'm taking Gabby. Give us a little size. Can play the 4, can play the 3. She can do it all. I like versatile players, so she's had a great season as well. So I'm taking her on my team.
You know what? I do want to keep my Huskies together. We'll see. Maybe we could do a little trade action later. Gabby's a great pickup for Caitlin. She's such an amazing player, so that was definitely a good pickup.
Yeah, 3 seasons with you at UConn, but she does lead the league in steals, so you got to watch out for her if she is on the opposing team here. All right, Fee, if Gabby Williams is off the board, who are you going with?
Okay, I feel like I'm going to get into the post players.
Let's do it.
We need some rebounding. I'm going to go with Me-Bounds. Angel. We need some rebounding on our team.
Angel Reese off the board here to Team Collier. Tasked with getting those boards here in Indianapolis. Angel, of course, joined Elena Deladon and Candace Dupree as the only Sky players to be All-Stars in each of their first 2 seasons in the league. And you mentioned the rebounding, on pace to join Tina Charles and Yolanda Griffith as the only players to average a double-double in each of their first 2 seasons here. So bringing that to Team Collier. Back to you, Caitlin.
All right, I'm going to take one of the rookies here. I'm going to take Citron. Big fan of her game. Been a big fan of her since she's been in college. And I've been telling everybody I thought she would be a tremendous player when she got into the league, and she hasn't let me down. So I appreciate that. So I'm taking her on my team. Great addition for us. I'm excited.
Now the question is, will the Mystics rookies stay together here? Because Citron and Iriafan, the 3rd and 4th Mystics rookies to be All-Stars, joining 2002. Since 2002, we haven't seen that. The 2nd most points per game by a rookie this season, trailing only Paige Becker. So you got kind of all of that off of the board here, and now we're going back to you, Fee. We're getting to it. Only 6 slots left.
Okay. It is getting tough. You know what? I'm going to stick with the post players. I feel like we need even more strong post presence because we have a lot of guards over on the other side. We need some post players to be able to stop them running through all these screens and coming downhill.
It's an all-star game. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to launch threes. You know.
No,
not going to be much rebounding. We're going to make a lot of shots. So go ahead.
You're going to have some tough screens. That's what Team C is all about.
She's a post and a guard hybrid. I'm T.
We're having a tough-nosed team here for Team Collier here. Alyssa Thomas, the 4th straight season as an All-Star.
We might not get any rebounds, but
you know what? If the rebounds are long, if you're launching threes, those are the toughest rebounds to get. So maybe that's the strategy here. But it is her first All-Star selection in her first season with Phoenix here, 4th overall. All right, Caitlin. I mean, what are you going to do to combat this size that we're seeing built up over here on Team Collier?
I mean, I'm taking the other rookie, Kiki. Let's go.
All right.
We're going to be young. We're going to be exciting. Kiki's going to get it when we occasionally miss. I'm not going to miss much, but yeah, I'm taking Kiki. She's had a great season. I think she's been tremendous with the Mystics. So,
All right, you're keeping the Mystics rookies together here. 5 double-doubles this season for Kiki. 8.3 rebounds a game. She's going to be needed to hold her own rebounding in this game for Team Clark here. All right, Nafisa, are we adding a little bit more shooting? What's the strategy now with 2 slots left and a lot of size? Good size, but a lot of size.
Yeah, we need some shooting. We need some dog energy. So you already know I'm going with Plum Dog. Give me KP.
So now we have the hoo-hoo. We also on the same team. The collection, or excuse me, we're going to Kelsey here. Kelsey Plum, 2022 All-Star Game MVP rather, scored 30 points that year. So that is the shooting that Fee is hoping to bring here to her team full of dogs and
All right, I'm going to go with Jackie here.
Okay.
I think she can give us a little more physicality, a little more size. Can shoot it, can handle it. So I'm gonna take Jackie here. Keep the Aces teammates together on my side.
we're taking Jackie Young off of the board here. 4th straight season as an all-star for Jackie. 4th straight season also averaging 15-plus points. She's one of 10 players to average that in each of the last 4 seasons. And she's familiar with Nafisa, played with her in the 2024 All-Star Game on Team USA. All right, these are the last 2 spots. We got 2 left. Fee, who are you taking with your final spot here on Team Collier?
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
This is really tough. Do I need to get some more shooting with Ryan? It's a hard decision. I think I'm gonna have to go with Ryan. We need some more guard play on our side.
We're adding a little bit more shooting.
All right, perfect.
All right, we're adding a little bit more shooting here.
I think that's a good choice for you.
Yeah.
Good. I wanted Kayla Thornton option
here for Ryan Howard. Hasn't played with Fee. You haven't played together yet in an All-Star game. Played against you, though, in 2023. So now you're going to get a little bit of that synergy, which means, Caitlin, we'll let you do the formalities of the final pick. Why are you excited for Kayla to be on your team?
I mean, I think you just got to give her a lot of credit for what she's been able to help Golden State accomplish so far this year. Obviously, being an expansion team, you never know how that's going to go, and they've had absolutely a tremendous season, and she's had a tremendous season. So happy for her, excited for her, and glad she can be on our team.
To your point, the first player to make an All-Star game as a member of a first-year expansion team since Candace Dupree did it with the Sky in 2006. But, you know, those of us from the Bay, we always knew that this could be how it goes for those folks in the Bay Area. I'm going to start with you here, Caitlin. You said you might be aggressive on the trade market once this opened up. Is there any player that you're looking to get to? And remember, it has to be apples to apples trade here. Starter for starter, reserve for reserve. The good news is you can't go wrong with this type of talent. Anyone looking to make a deal here?
To be completely honest, I love my team. I think they're great. I don't have any intentions of really trading any of them. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it.
Ooh.
It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules. But we just made it a rule.
Now.
So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa.
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina. So therefore, maybe Stewie wants to come on over to my team.
Coach being traded in the All-Star game. This is something that you're agreeing to, Fee. There's no terms to this deal.
I agree with Cheryl. I agree with the trade. I love Cheryl. She's my coach here. And you know what? That's just going to be worse for Team Clark because now we got more chemistry on our side. We got more synergy. We know what we expect from each other. So that was a bad move on your part, Caitlin. We're taking you down.
Oh. The coach,
Sandy, defending champion, loves to shoot threes, lets her players get after it. I don't know. I'm feeling good with Sandy and Sabrina on my team. Like I said, if you want to send Stewie over too, I'll take her. So
what's the offer? What's the offer for Stewie?
What's the offer here? It's gonna have to be good. She's my co-founder.
It has to be a starter, remember. It has to be a starter.
I mean, you're just gonna reject anything I say, so. I mean,
who would you want, Fee?
Satu for Stewie.
Listen, I'm a reasonable
Satu
person.
For Stewie.
I'm a reasonable person. I will listen. Satu for Stewie. Let me consult myself.
Is this like an angel thing? What do you think, Fee? Yeah, maybe I could do that, Fee.
We're giving up a lot of size. We're giving
Yeah,
up
you're
a lot
really
of size
lacking
there.
in
You're giving me
size.
a guard for a post player.
You're really lacking in size there, Fee.
Same team that's like back-to-back MVPs together.
This is a lot of deliberating. This is a
Tough.
really
You're gonna
serious
need to sweeten
decision.
the deal. I think you're gonna need to sweeten the deal.
Oh, that means remember one player for one player. So is there another player that you'd be willing to part with here? Who would you want, Fee? What's a sweet? Can you
Whatever.
define sweet?
I'm keeping Satu. I want Satu.
All right, she's
You know what?
keeping
I want
Satu.
Satu. I want Satu.
Is there a player, Fee, that you would
I just
Sending
consider?
your deal?
Stewie will probably want to be with Sandy, but it's fine.
By the way, while you're
Let's see.
deliberating,
Would you trade?
oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Fee.
Propose a trade. Propose a trade. Let's go.
Well, this
Okay.
obviously
To make this spicy, just because
we like spice.
Sue is my #1 overall pick, so I would need to make this big. You have to give me your #1 overall pick and your teammate, Aaliyah Boston.
Whoa.
Absolutely not. Not happening. Good try.
We have two rejected.
I don't even think.
trades.
Fee. I don't even think Fee actually meant that. I think she just wanted to see how I would react.
I
don't think she
appreciate
actually
the
meant
effort.
that.
The effort I appreciate. By the way, I just got official word from the WNBA, from the league. I am hearing that a trade of coaches is permitted and it is granted. I wish I had a gavel here. So the coach trade has gone
There
through.
we go.
As the steward of this draft, it has been approved. And these are your teams. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. Ladies, thank you so much for your time and for this draft. I cannot wait to see you both in Indianapolis.